Cut.
What happened?
It feels different when I'm sitting here alone.
I'm right here.
Bula
Bola.
Binaka. Bula everyone. Vadava.
Avava.
Welcome to a filler episode for the Vadava podcast. On this filler episode, we thought of trying a new thing,
New segment,
new
if you
segment.
will.
Yeah. So looking at other angles or other parts of our lives. So behind the camera today is Mrs. Cleary.
Your girl, Mrs. Cleary,
There you go, and she will be
interviewing Chatami today about
course.
his wonderful
babies.
babies. His book collection, if you can't already see it. All right, we go right in?
Yeah.
Okay. Chatami, how did your book collection start? Do you remember the first book you had to own? Yeah.
Because I was brought up in the Lawan Islands. I went to primary school in Avea, where mom's from, and books weren't in abundance, I guess, in the village. So I really came to know about books in primary school in Natambo Primary, that's in Lotoka. Mom got me to be part of the Western Regional Library. Got me started on reading, and I was an avid reader.
Shout out to mom.
I do enjoy reading from a young age. But from the beginning, I never thought to have a collection until I went to Natamboa in high school. And then I became a good friend with Kata. Shout out to Katalaini. She's a dentist now. She and her family, they have just tremendous love for books. They have like book collections in their homes. So she inspired me to start my own collection. And it began with the books from Valley City, $2 a bag to fill.
Wow.
Yeah.
$2 a bag?
$2 a bag. So most of the books here are actually from Valley City and Bag and Box.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first book you owned? Or what would be your eldest child in that collection?
Well, as a collection, I think it would be the Twilight series.
So
I've got the first book, then New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. They were all from Valley City.
True. Yeah. Okay, next question. What kind of reader are you? Are you a collector, reader, or just someone who can't say no to a bookstore?
I think I'm the second one. Just can't say no.
Yeah, you'd have to go in and pick something.
Yeah, I have not read all the books. A lot of books here just here because I couldn't say no when I saw it in the bookstore.
Right. How do you organize your collection? By genre, color, chaos, or vibes?
By genre, and they're all by authors.
Right.
All right. So, for instance, the famous Divergent series by Veronica Roth and The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. We've got Game of Thrones collection by George R.R. Martin. My favorite as well, John Green, the romantic sad stuff. And cannot beat Nicholas Sparks with all his romantic novels as well. Yeah. And then some other. Most books are the sad ones. The one with all the crying.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have a crown jewel, a book that's extra special or rare?
Wouldn't say it's a favorite, but I've literally read this like more than 5 times. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I could like quote a lot of lines, which is a bit sad.
Any strange or surprising books that stand out from the rest?
Matthew Riley's books are always very controversial. And I've also got some other books that side.
Who's on the shelf?
Dan Brown books. Dan Brown, especially the Da Vinci Code and all the other stuff that's like controversial to religious beliefs.
Interesting.
They stand out for me. Yeah.
All right, next question. What's a book you keep but will probably never read, and you're okay with that?
Probably this one.
Yeah.
I'm in the brain. Well, this is actually like a historical account of the Fiji Times. I just got it because it's like history.
Right.
Yeah, but I have not.
Nice collection. Nice add to your collection.
But not really into history and stuff.
Right. Okay. Is there a genre or author you just keep coming back to?
Nicholas Sparks.
Period.
Just very good with words, romantic words.
Okay, the reader's mind. Do you write in your books, dog ear pages, or are you a pristine pages kind of reader?
Pristine. What was it?
Pristine, like you like to keep it.
Oh yeah,
Are
I
you
use bookmarks.
okay? You use bookmarks,
I
so in a
cannot.
way, in between, like you
Yeah.
write, but you use the bookmarks
Mm-mm.
and you keep them in pristine.
But not a dog
Keep them
ears. I
pristine.
do not like
Mm-hmm.
holding the books, or
Of
I hate it
course.
when I lend my books to some people and it comes back all
That's not
folded.
me, guys.
Yeah.
Have you ever loaned a book and never gotten it back? Feel free to name names.
The very person behind the camera. I gave a collection
Oops.
by who's the author? Mitch Albom. Mitch Albom. Very nice books. Short books. Short books. Yeah, just short stories. It's not really a long book.
It's gonna come back.
But yeah, Esther took it, I think, earlier this year. And I'm pretty sure she has not opened the page.
I have.
That's why I don't give my books.
How do you decide what books to add? Is it impulse, research, or cover art magic?
Cover art magic always make the cut. But of course, research. I actually have it on my phone, like a record of all the books that I have.
Insert record.
So I always have the authors and books that I'm looking out for, so I can add it to my collection.
Right. Cover art magic. You judge the book by its cover.
By its cover, yes, I do sometimes.
Hmm. Are there any books you've bought multiple times, intentionally or not?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games?
Yeah, I gave out other copies. I had like 3 copies of the whole collection.
Right.
Yeah, that's when I started making like inventory of
Right. Of all
all the books,
that
so I
you
don't
have.
get to buy something twice.
Right. Do your books travel with you when you move, or do you or do you do a purge?
Oh yes, these books were all at home in Natambua, in my family home. So when I moved to Nendi, these were my priority. Like I moved the books first before anything else.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! And you wrap them up nicely.
Yes,
in
they're
it?
always wrapped. Now I put it out on display. They're always wrapped like that one. It's too dusty as well.
Has your collection ever caused arguments with your roommates, partners, or furniture?
Furniture? Well, I would know if any book is missing.
Right.
Or if you take a book from here and you insert it into somewhere else, I would actually know. And that has always caused arguments back in Atambua. I would be in university and I come back
Right.
home. The first thing I check, my book collection.
Cheers up.
Yeah. I've actually spent a lot of money on these babies.
If a fire broke out and you could save one book, which one would it be and why?
I've always thought about this.
Yeah.
Always. I've always thought about it like the house. Yeah? If it
Right.
catches fire, what book will I take? Should be the Bible, but I don't think the Bible will burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes back to the Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a crown jewel, I guess.
This one's also a beautiful one.
What's the name of that book?
Of Being a Wallflower.
Mm.
Very nice. Very relatable-ish.
Okay, looking ahead, what's the next book on your must-buy list? Can you name one?
Well, I've stopped buying novels
Yes.
and fiction.
Right.
Because I'm trying to feed the mind now, not with just words, but with wisdom and knowledge and stuff that actually relates to my study. Yeah? So I'm
Right.
buying more law books, academic stuff,
Academic,
and also biblical,
spiritual. Right.
spiritual books. Yeah.
Is there a book you've been hunting for and still haven't found?
The Harry Potter collection. Yeah.
Yeah, to complete it.
I do have the latest one, the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which was a play, but I don't have the collection of the books of the actual series. I've read it, but I don't have a collection of my own.
Right. Awesome, awesome. Number 19 out of 20. Do you see your collection ever becoming a mini library, or are you just getting started?
When I get a house, when I eventually build a house,
Man.
I would like to have a library in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a
So this will
special
grow.
Special room for the
Yeah,
books.
just
Like a
full of
library,
books.
mini library. Right, and finally, if your bookshelf could talk, what would it say about you? You said.
Starts crying.
Is it a reflection of who you are?
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah, I think these are very sad books for a very sad person. But most of the books that I collect are usually derived into movies.
Right.
So it's more for like the comparative analysis, because I'm always comparing the work of the author and how it's depicted on screen.
Wow.
Yeah. And the books always win, honestly.
Yeah, and that's our little segment of Chatame's library. Chatami's book collection.
And if you want to donate a book, you can always message me,
But not borrow.
but not borrow, and not just any book. I'll have to see if it suits my current needs. Whatever.
Thanks for watching.